Morning guys. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a few more examples to work with linear and non-linear. So we've got our non-linear at the top and we've got linear underneath. So if you were doing it graphically, obviously you would just draw the graph, but we're going to do it algebraically. So let's just get started. So I've got this. I know what x is, so I'm just literally going to substitute this whole x value into here. Okay, so I'm going to put y plus 1, and then I'm going to have times y equals 2. Okay, then just expand the bracket. So I've got y squared plus y equals 2. I'm going to take away 2 on both sides, which is 0. You then just have to factorize this. So I've got y plus 2, and I've got y minus 1, which equals 0. So then obviously this side must equal 0, this side must equal 0. So y equals -2 or y equals 1. Okay, then you need to find the corresponding values. I've got x equals this. So x is equal to -2 plus 1. So x is -1. Or x is equivalent to 1 plus 1. So x equals 2. You should be popping your answers down as a set of coordinates. So x is first, y is second. And then here, x is first, y is second. Obviously, if it was 3D, then it would be x, y, z. But we're not too worried about that right now. Okay, so next example, I've got x squared plus y squared equals 25. Okay, so just for your information, more than anything else, x squared plus y squared equals r squared is actually a generic equation for a circle around the origin. Okay, so the center of the circle would be the origin, and then r squared would be your radius. So that's 25, so the radius would be the square root of 25, which is 5. Just in case you ever want to know. So if you were to draw this, this one would be a circle around the center, and then this would be x plus 1, which you guys should already know. Anyway, now getting on to solving it algebraically. They do give me y equals, and I've already got y there. So I would have x squared plus, then got x plus 1 squared equals 25. I then need to expand this, so I've got x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 25. I'm going to collect these two terms. So I've got 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 25. Take away 25 from both sides. 2x squared plus 2x, take away 24 equals 0. I know I can factorize this. So just to make my own life easier, I'm going to factorize it, and then I can just get rid of that 2. That's not going to give me an answer. If there was an x on the outside, obviously that would be an answer as well, but there isn't, it's just a 2. So I've got x plus 4, and then I've got x minus 3 equals 0. So x would be -4, or x would equal 3. And then I just have to find the corresponding value. So y equals -4 plus 1, or y equals -4 plus 3, which means this is -3. Oh. Whoops, I'm so sorry. Why did I write that down? 3 plus 1. Okay, so this coordinate is -4 and -3. And this coordinate is 3 and 4. And if you can remember Pythagoras' theorem, that should actually make sense to you. Dun, dun, dun. Something to think about. Okay, so last but not least, I wanted to give you a fractional one, just in case you ever have fractions, so you can just deal with them. So y equals y. So I can just say 3x plus 6, x plus 1 equals x plus 2. Okay, so now I'm looking at this fraction, I need to get rid of this denominator. So remember, when you have a fraction, just treat the top and the bottom as if they have brackets. This is also its own expression. So this is the same as me saying a over b equals c. Okay, so how would I try and get it so there's no denominator? I would multiply it both sides by b. So then I would have a equals bc. Okay, hopefully that should make sense, and that should explain everything. So that means I need to multiply both sides by this denominator, and when I multiply both sides by the denominator, the b just disappears. well, gets cancelled out because b divided by b equals 1. Okay, so hopefully that should help you guys out with this. So I'm expecting a times b, c. So this is my a, this is my b, that's my c. So this is equal to this times this. So I've got 3x plus 6 is x plus 1 and x plus 2. And then I'm just going to multiply that out. Should just be x squared plus 3x plus 2. I'm then just going to put everything on one side. So I need to take away 3x from both sides. And then the x squared is fine. Oh, actually, I could just put numbers on one side. Because I'm just left with an x squared and there's no other x terms, I won't really need to factorize. So I've got a 2 and a 6, so I've got x squared is equal to 4, because I'm taking it away from both sides. So x would be the square root of 4, which you should recognize is a positive and a negative. And so, what am I doing there? So this would be positive or negative 2. Okay, and then I'm just going to say when x is equal to positive 2, y is equal to x plus 2, which is 2 plus 2, which equals 4. So the answer would be 2, 4 for that one. When x is equal to negative 2, y is equal to negative 2 plus 2, which is 0, which would then give me negative 2, 0. Okay, so that's my 2 set of answers. So I've just given you a few more examples. If you want to see the previous ones, then go check out the previous post. I've still got that video up. I don't think I've taken any of my videos down. But this is just to help you out because I know some of the questions have circles in them. And so I didn't want you guys confused. You can still use exactly the same method. You don't have to worry about actually plotting out a graph or just seeing a graph and going, that makes no sense, because they do actually give you the equations for each of them. Okay, so any questions, just let me know and we'll get it sorted out ASAP. But otherwise, you should be good to go. Okay, take care, guys. Make sure you get some vitamin D and stay safe, stay healthy, everything else.